Hi, I'm Rich Brown for CNET, and today we're going to take a look at the new Samsung Series 7 all-in-one desktop. So this is Samsung's new Windows 8 PC. This model comes in around $1099, so it's actually a pretty affordable 23-inch Windows 8 system. It does have 10-point touch input here in the screen, and it's pretty responsive. The screen's nice and glossy, so you don't actually get that much resistance like we've seen in some other all-in-ones. Samsung also paid some pretty good attention to the design in this system. You can see it's got this nice chrome trim along the edge here, and it's sort of a unique stand. The screen tilts back about 30 degrees, so it doesn't have that full reclining that you get in some other all-in-ones, but it's still not bad if you want to just come up to it and use it like a kiosk-style system. Now, because it's $1099, the system isn't the most fully featured that we've seen. It has a Core i5 CPU that's laptop style, so that means it's a little bit slower than you might get otherwise. There's only 6 gigs of RAM, usually we see about 8. There's also a terabyte hard drive as well as Intel integrated graphics. Now, all that is perfectly fine for browsing around, using basic touch apps, as well as playing some light-duty games. But if you want to get into media editing or other intensive programs, you're not going to have much luck with this PC. It also has some of the usual things we expect to see as far as ports. There's USB 3, an SD card input, HDMI in and out, so that's useful for, say, adding a second monitor to the system or plugging in a console or some other home video source and using this as a standalone display. Somewhat unique to this PC, though, is its gesture-based input system. Now, that doesn't mean it's successful, only that it's sort of unique. We've seen it in one other PC and all-in-one from Acer. So to help you get acclimated to the gesture input, Samsung has included this handy stand here that has some of the basic gestures. So put this stand next to your system, and all of a sudden it looks like you're at a trade show or an electronics store. So the problem with the gesture input is that it's a little bit awkward and it's not all that responsive. So you put your hand in front of the screen, and you get some feedback that it's recognizing your input, but it's slow to respond, and some of the gestures are just awkward. They want you to make a fist and then drag down to switch between the start screen and the traditional Windows desktop, and that's something that I haven't been able to get work at all yet. So from one point of view, the gesture input isn't really that successful. It's not responsive, it's a little bit awkward to use, and in general it just doesn't feel quite right. Considering the price and the other features in this system, though, Samsung doesn't appear to be charging a big premium for the gesture input, so you really don't lose a lot by having it here. So in all, this is a pretty decent looking, relatively affordable Windows 8 all-in-one. It has a nice big 23.6-inch screen, and it has all the features and performance that you more or less expect to find in a PC in this price range. So for anybody looking for a basic mainstream all-in-one, I can certainly recommend the Samsung Series 7. I just wouldn't get too excited about the gesture controls. So I'm Rich Brown. This is the Samsung Series 7 all-in-one.